This is her world, and right now she is riding in the subway where the conductor announced that the next stop is Hashimoto. She blushes, holding a dress in her hand, thinking that she can't believe she got such a cute dress on sale. In her life, cute things, friends, college, and social media play a very important role, and as she is lost in her happiness, a foreigner approaches her. She looks shocked, looking at him, as it looks like he is asking her for directions. She holds her hands together to indicate something, but to the guy, it looks like she is greeting him, and he continues to ask her for directions with a smile. A guy looking at this from behind approaches them and asks the foreigner if he needs help. She turns around to look at him when the guy gets into the conversation with the foreigner. She sighs in relief, thinking that it's great that the boy can speak English. She then notices that he has silver hair, thinking that she thought she had seen him before, and then it hits upon her head that he is in the same club as Rinchan at college, and it looks like they were really hitting it off. Did he get his directions? As the foreigner gets out of the subway, waving his hand at them, she looks at the guy behind her, thinking that she should thank him for saving her. As she turns back, folding her hair behind her ears, showing him her Coachella, and starts making some signs, he is looking at her, observing her every move, paying close attention to her delicate gestures. When she stops, smiling, thinking that, of course, he doesn't know sign language, she opens up her headphones to type, but he stops her by grabbing her phone, pointing towards his lips. He asks her if she can read his lips or not, and as he gets closer to her, she is shocked as he is so close, his presence filling her space so effortlessly. She tells him that she can a little bit, her voice almost unsure. The guy then continues to stare at her, trying to tell her that the guy just now spoke Japanese as good as him. She thinks, is he right? But she is confused as he is staring at her like she is some exotic zoo animal, something so unusual and rare to him. The guy leans towards her, staring at her eyes with an intensity that makes her heart race. She looks down quickly and opens her phone, typing that they go to the same college, and that Rinchan from the international club is a friend of hers. The guy thinks about something, his eyes narrowing slightly, and then turns his face. She tries to look at his lips as she can't get to know what he is speaking about. He then points outside, telling her that it stops next and asks if she is getting off too or not. She looks at him, noticing how he is moving his lips slower so it will be easier to read. It feels almost intentional, as if he is making an effort for her, and something about that makes her heart flutter. So she types in her mobile that she gets off at the stop after this. And yes, the next stop approaches. He pats her hair gently, his touch brief but lingering in her thoughts, and gets off. She watches him walk away, her eyes following his figure as he steps into the crowd. Then suddenly, he turns around, his silver hair catching the light of the station, looking at her and saying that he will see her around. She feels her cheeks warm as she watches him leave, blushing, thinking that he didn't even hesitate at all when he said, "See you around," and it's their first time meeting. And he spoke right to her, directly and without hesitation. It's her world ever since she was born. It's a place without the sounds other people take for granted. It was only after she got off the train that she realized that the throbbing feeling all around was coming from inside her, something stirring in her chest that she couldn't quite explain. As she reaches college, she shows the pic of the guy to Rinchan, curiosity and excitement bubbling within her. Rinchan looks at the photo, then at her, a knowing smile forming on her lips as she asks if she is really talking about him. She feels herself blushing even more as Rinchan's eyes sparkle with mischief. Rinchan mentions that she now gets it and types that it was Itsuomi-san who helped her out, so they will have to thank him, her fingers moving quickly on her phone as she explains that he was probably on his way back from Canada. As the guy goes backpacking overseas all the time, our girl is surprised to get to know the boy's name, her mind repeating it over and over again, and she remembers him holding a big backpack at the subway, and that explains the huge bag she had noticed earlier. Suddenly, Rinchan grins, her expression playful as she states to Yuki that her face is so cute, forming a heart shape with her hands. Yuki blinks, confused for a moment, before Rinchan asks if it's love. Yuki's eyes widen in shock as she feels heat rush to her face, blushing in embarrassment, and she moves her hands instantly, waving them frantically as she states that she just met him, trying to brush off the idea. But Rinchan simply giggles, tapping her chin as she replies that she can call it admiration instead. Yuki pauses at that word, her mind playing with it, turning it over in her thoughts. As Yuki hears it, she thinks about it, blushing, her fingers hesitating before she types, asking Rinchan if the word admiration really fits. Rinchan nods confidently, typing back, "Sure, why not?" Yuki stares at the words, and slowly, she gets the idea that maybe it really might be admiration. Rinchan then points toward herself, her smile shifting into something softer as she tells Yuki that she has an admiration of her own, which shocks Yuki even more. As she listens, Rinchan mentions that she admires Itsuomi-san's boss from his job, and he's Itsuomi-san's cousin, further adding that they both work at a cafe together. Yuki's eyes widen slightly at the unexpected connection. Rinchan then glances at her, tilting her head slightly as she asks if Yuki wants to go and eat their sundae real soon. Yuki looks confused, her mind torn between hesitation and curiosity. She doesn't know if she really should, if she has a reason to, but a part of her wants to see him one more time. The thought makes her heart race as she blushes slightly at the realization. Suddenly, Rinchan shudders, her expression shifting as she sighs dramatically, replying that when she tried to talk to the cafe's owner, she came down with nerves, sometimes fierce, and she has never been able to ask for his number. Yuki watches her, surprised to see this nervous, almost shy side of Rinchan, someone she had always thought of as confident and outgoing. Rinchan sighs again, shaking her head, and Yuki smiles, something warm filling her chest as she looks at her friend. It's really a whole new side of Rinchan for her, something unexpected but endearing. And without thinking, she types and shows her phone to Rinchan, telling her that she is cute, so she should believe in herself. Rinchan blinks at the words, then grins brightly, and Yuki feels something settle inside her, a feeling she can't quite name yet but one that makes her world feel just a little bit bigger. Rinchan holds Yuki's hand, stating that maybe if she were with her, he might be able to go through it, which shocks Yuki. But as Rinchan continues to squeeze her hand, she suddenly hugs her and then goes off. Yuki types in her phone that she also wants Itsuomi-san's number, which makes Rinchan light up, and they both make a pact to ask for their numbers together. The other day, as both of them reach the cafe, Rinchan warns Yuki not to fall in love with the owner. Instead, if she can't compete with her cuteness, Yuki tells her that it can never happen, and, in fact, she is cuter than her. Rinchan starts getting fidgety, asking Yuki if her outfit is weird or anything like that, but Yuki tells her that she looks really great. Rinchan praises her in the same way. Now both of them are getting too nervous, and as they enter, Itsuomi-san is standing at the counter. Yuki shudders as she looks at him, shocked because his vibe over here is totally different, and he looks good. Rinchan suddenly says thanks to him as she mentions that she heard he came to Yuki's rescue on the train when suddenly someone calls her from behind, mentioning that she is here again. Rinchan freezes as he is the guy she admires. He tells her it's always good to have her, but now she has also brought a friend. He then mentions that she should let him know if she has any questions about the menu, but as both of them remain silent, he turns around, looking at her. Yuki is looking at the menu on the other side, and Itsuomi-san is observing her. As Rinchan and the guy get into conversation, Yuki thinks she can always tell when people are talking about her, and she feels sad about it. But suddenly, Itsuomi bangs her head, asking if he can get her a drink or not. She looks shocked, thinking that he almost gave her a heart attack, and that he sure is pushy. As he shows her a whiteboard, she gets her senses back, thinking that she needs to order, or maybe, like last time, it's more like he is pushy in a good way. She tells him that she is only 19, so she will have an oolong tea. As Rinchan mentions something to him in a different language, Yuki looks confused. Rinchan tells her that Itsuomi-san is trilingual and can speak 3 languages. She smiles, asking Itsuomi if she is right. Yuki also writes on the whiteboard, asking him what languages he speaks. He replies that he speaks English and German. Yuki gets happy and claps her hands, saying that's awesome. When he tells her further that he can speak a little bit of Chinese and that he has started on Spanish, his abilities make Yuki really happy, and she starts dancing in happiness. Suddenly, his cousin asks him to take the order from the table behind. As he walks towards the group of people, Yuki looks towards him, thinking that there is a group of foreigners behind him. Suddenly, a girl kisses him on the cheek. Itsuomi-san remains normal, but Yuki looks shocked, thinking that getting a kiss is something normal for him. Or maybe that was just a greeting, as he really seems to be used to foreigners. She understands that he is a guy who has really seen a lot of the world. As she continues to observe him, she suddenly notices Rinchan's trembling hands. She guesses that Rinchan is already on her way. As the guy takes Rinchan's phone, she thinks that now it's her turn. She wonders how Rinchan asked for it. Is writing it down making it feel kind of heavy? Those people behind them, what language were they speaking? It might be German, English, or maybe Japanese. In the end, she isn't able to ask him for his number. As they walk out, Rin asks Yuki if she wants, she can give her his line ID. As they're talking about it, Itsuomi-san comes out and mentions to Rinchan that his job is finished, so can he walk both of them home? Rin gets excited and tells him that he really should do it, but she lives only 4 steps from here, so she will go on her own, and he can take Yuki home and not let her get lost in the snow, as her name even means snow. She smiles. She then hugs Yuki, saying good luck to her. As Yuki turns around, she finds that Itsuomi-san is waiting for her. She stares at him and gets beside him, opening her umbrella. As both of them walk side by side, she continues to look at him, thinking that he is walking beside her. She then gets lost in thought. How can she ask him for his number? When will be the right time? Suddenly, as she falls a little behind, he stops and turns around, holding her. She is shocked but later realizes that he was protecting her from a bike. She freaks out. He smiles, telling her that it was a close call. As they continue to walk, he suddenly holds her hand. She is shocked as he holds her hand like it's nothing in his big, huge hands. She blushes as they are hot, and they feel extra sensitive, and it tingles. But she can't tell him if she doesn't want to let him go. As the snow continues to collect between their hands, she wishes her thoughts could drift over him and melt straight like snow. She blushes. Suddenly, she stops, and as he turns around, she opens her phone, typing and blushing, asking if he would mind letting her have his number. As she glances at his face, he looks confused. After a slight pause, she asks him how he can say sure in sign language. She blushes as he tells her the way to do it. She adds his number to her phone. He then messages her, asking where she lives. She tells him that her station is right over there, so she will be fine. After a slight pause, as both of them walk their separate ways, Yuki messages him, asking if she can ask him a question. He asks her what question she wants to ask. She asks him what the rest of the world is like. Is it huge? He tells her it's gigantic. She smiles, blushing, thinking about how big Itsuomi-san's world might be. He sees that she wants to enter his world. As she turns back, Itsuomi is standing still, looking at her. She can't understand how she should react to it. Suddenly, she lifts her umbrella and makes a heart shape. He looks at her in confusion, but as she blushes, she thinks that just like that, she gets away, and something new appears in her world. He smiles back at her. She looks at him, thinking if there's a way to stop this feeling. She doesn't think she wants to know about it.